Okay, welcome back. Today we're making beef and French onion stew. It's really rich, but it is very nice. But you would need to probably have it in moderation, I would suggest, unless you're a huge French cookery fan. So with this one, I'm cooking it on the stove on the top of the Nectar Big Baker's oven. So I'm just setting up the fire, which took me about half an hour. Put some kindling on, and then I use some eucalyptus, some common as we call it, to build it up. It's important to get the stovetop really hot for this so you can sear the meat. Now that it's going, you can see I've put as much common on there that I can. Let it take hold and then start to put on my heavy based pot, where I put in about 700 grams of chuck steak, so it's inexpensive steak, and I sear that till it's brown. I also add salt, pepper and some thyme as per the recipe. As I said, this is a very simple recipe, and after it's browned I add 4 onions that I've sliced up, yellow onions, and 4 cloves of crushed garlic, some more thyme, some more salt and pepper. So the meat's brown, so I take it out and put the onion and garlic in. With the onion and garlic, I also add a decent knob of butter and a couple of big dashes of balsamic vinegar. That helps with clear the bottom of the pan, but adds to the rich flavour of the beef. After they're softened, I put the meat back in and add 6 cups of beef stock, which you'll see in a moment. There goes the garlic. And I cooked this for 4 hours. I'll have a couple of videos shortly of how it's going after 1 hour and then how it goes after 3 hours. And we served it with some beautiful crusty bread we bought, which we then toasted and got a nice vintage cheddar and melted the vintage cheddar over the top. There's the balsamic. It was a really good combination for a cold day here in Australia. And you'll see I'll move this into the middle to get it going after I've put the stock in. With this sort of cooking, it was really necessary to keep the heat up to the stove, so rather than closing anything down, I kept all the vents open, the damper open, and kept putting lots of wood on. And once it was boiling and simmering really nicely, I positioned the pot to the back of the stove so it didn't quite simmer as quickly as it would in the middle. Here it is after 1 hour. Fire's going very nicely. It's getting dark. And you'll see it after 3 hours. And finally, after 4 hours, we dished up. The meat was incredibly tender. The dish was, as I've said several times, very rich, but very, very simple and very, very full of flavour. Thanks for watching.